Wednesday night, August 27th. Good day. Solid day. I still want to get some work done when I get home. It is 8:30. If I take this walk, if I get back home by, I don't know, man, I'll probably have to just not chill that much during at night, which I think I'm fine with, honestly. I think I am, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. Do want to get more stuff done tonight. Even just low, like, not even intense work, just like, starting up my MacBook, uploading some more journals to YouTube so I can free some storage, and just identifying my constraint. It's weird, when I eat oil, like, it just comes back up and then I just spit it out. It's like I'm throwing up, but I'm not. It's all right though, it like flushes out the toxins. Pretty good day though today. So basically what we did today, we filled out client fulfillment trackers, which there's still an issue with that posting to the dashboard, but I'll figure that out later. It's honestly not the priority right now. And then I tracked my ads, like, completely. The only thing that can go wrong is if they post daily, it might post in different columns, so I'll just have to like rewire it a bit, but it really should not be bad at all, to be honest with you. Maybe just changing some formulas here and there. The whole thing will probably take like 20-30 minutes if that becomes a problem. If it doesn't, then I could just keep it like that. But we tracked everything, my friends. Like, and then after the ads tracking, we had to go really deep into our client data, which I'm so fucking glad. Like, it finally paid off that I tracked my churned clients, when they signed up, when they left, the amount of money that they made, the amount of money that they spent with me, lifetime, and all that good stuff. I was actually able to use all that data. So today, what did we actually do? What we did today is we went through the constraint decision tree, which Alex Hormozi uses to identify constraints in the business, which, by the way, like, he takes it very seriously. Like, he's saying that if you're working on the constraint on the business, like, you are doing the most high leverage thing. Like, you cannot feel guilty. Like, there is no such thing as feeling guilty or unproductive or all this stuff. It's impossible if you're just working on the right thing, which is your constraint, right? Simple as that. Which feels good because it doesn't feel like you're guessing all the time. You're being unproductive, all that good stuff. Like, no questions further needed. So anyways, he made a decision tree for this. I went through it. Very quickly, I realized that I did not have metrics in my business. I did, but I didn't have metrics that mattered, right? At least tracked like this so that I knew the numbers like that. I'm so dumb. But that's what I did. So I realized that metrics were my constraint. And then I just had to quickly do metrics. Like, it literally took a day, You don't have to take a month to get metrics down. Just get it fucking fast and then go through it again. So today, client metrics and my outreach metrics for just one channel, I mean, cold calling's already tracked. SMS is already tracked. The team's not tracked that well because it's kind of third party, but I think it's fine. And sales is tracked already, but it was just kind of putting it all together, especially launching paid ads, because that's very expensive and I only did it recently, so I had nothing for it. So eventually I'll probably have like a meta tracker. Hopefully Owen will give it to me. And then I could put all my trackers in one and I could really do better. But honestly, for now, I don't need that. That'll be very useful in the future. For now, though, to get my numbers, I'm going to have to jump around during different spreadsheets and all this. It'll be annoying, but just fine. And I definitely do not have to wait hours or days to get something to make my life a bit easier. It's just not worth it. Not leverage. Okay. That's what we did. So we figured that stuff out. So more specifically, for clients, it was just campaign, right? Very simple. For our clients, it was just a campaign. And I started a couple weeks ago to implement trackers for the actual estimates and the sales. So that was cool. We'll put that together soon. Not needed though. Like, the only thing I really need to track regarding my clients is LTV, profit, retention, all that good stuff. So yeah, regarding their success, like, it sounds bad, but it's on the back burner right now. We got to track the more important things. So after that, I filled out the tracker. I figured out the AI fucking webhook, whatever you want to call it. Did that by like, I think it was afternoon, like 1-2 p.m. And then I did my biz tracker. So that covers everything. So amount spent and the top of the funnel, so clicks and impressions, and then the leads, the cost per lead. And then I could get qualified lead, but that's something else I need to hammer out, is how much am I going to qualify leads? Like, how much exactly am I going to really serve profitably, at least, because, you know, I could just say anyone above 20K a month, but my leads would be pretty damn expensive if that was the case. Anyways, that's the only thing I got to figure out, really. But I tracked everything. So we got the leads, we got the bookings, and bookings will include how much I set as well. So I'm gonna have to do that manually. More things I'm gonna have to do manually is track my show-ups and track my pitches during the sales calls through paid ads, which luckily are all my sales tracker. They have the different channels and everything, and the sales tracker is very beautiful. So we did that. Yeah, it's amazing. So today, like, I got everything. So I got all the top of the funnel, so everything to leads, and then I got my shows, and then I got my pitches, right? And so I figured out some important metrics, which is like, I mean, obviously my CAC. Like, I actually kind of figured out my CAC, which I haven't closed the sale yet, so it could be very expensive, or I could get lucky and it could be very cheap. But what I do know is, so far, my cost per lead is good. My cost per booking is good. My show rate's pretty bad, so I need to fix that. It's at 25% right now. It needs to be like 30, 35, honestly, with you. But anyways, show rate's pretty bad. Qualification rate, we'll see how that goes again. Kind of an unknown, to be honest with you. And then close rate's a big iffy one because I haven't closed yet. So yeah, but honestly, with my metrics right now, my cost per pitch on a sales call, which is a qualified show up, because you're not going to pitch someone if they're not qualified, or else you're just a horrible closer. It's $185, okay? So therefore, if I have a 20% close rate, which means I close 1 out of 5 pitches, not even sales calls, guys. Like, you got to realize that my cost per show up is like 90. So I only need like a 10% close rate on show ups. Now, I'm just taking qualified pitches because, like, when you pitch, you're trying to close. You're not trying to close if you just qualify someone, you know? You actively unsell them. So I get the qualified one because that equals pitches. And I know that if I close 1 out of 5 pitches, then my CAC, my cost per customer, will be $1,000. Now that means whenever I close someone, it better be 2K, which is a bit scary. But at the same time, if I'm doing scriptless selling and I'm pitching 5 times, I'm probably going to close more than one. Probably, I don't know. And that sounds pretty bad. If I'm being honest with you, it's just a $1,000 CAC is not bad. It's just pretty annoying that you have to close someone for 2K, or else you don't get twice your CAC. Now, if I close someone for 1K on a sales call, that's great, but I only break even, you know? So really the biggest lever I could pull is my show rate and my close rate. Because I'll be honest, I need more sales practice. So I don't even know really what my potential close rate is. I'm just assuming that it's like 15-20%. More like 15, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. So that's why I'm a bit nervous, you know, because I'm not the best at closing. Now for me to like really scale, like I need to bring my show a bit up. Like even if it's 30%, even if it's 33%, that's gonna be a lot better than 25. Show rate's such a big lever because it's such at the top of the funnel where you could bring your CAC down by like, you know, a couple $100, and this lady's still outside, which is fucking freaky, which is why I'm working the other direction now. That's a lever I could pull. Another lever I can do is just get really good at sales, do mock calls, and like get my close rate to 25%. Because honestly with you, if I can get my close rate to 25%, we're gonna scale. Because then my CAC is gonna be really low. And then I could just keep spending money, you know? Very simple. Now, these are just ideas, guys. Like, I have equally bad problems in the business other than CAC. Like, my LTV is really bad. I kind of told Owen my average LTV, which it was like 1.2K, and he was relentless, man. He was just like, holy dog shit of a product, like, you suck and all this stuff. And I was like, I know, which is like why it's hard to figure out the constraint, because everything's horrible. But this is the beauty of business, because now I have clarity, and now like I don't need to have 5 things on my plan anymore. I just gotta have 1. And dude, literally, like, if I just fix one thing in my business, like if I just actually fix it, like for example, right? Really basic fucking example. If I fix my sales issue and I start closing at 25%, which is not even crazy, right? It's really not crazy. Closing at 25% is not crazy. Or dude, fuck it, even like 23 or even 20, right? 20 to 23% is not bad to close. And if I could do that, guys, and I can close real cash in the call, then guess what? Like this month I would have already made $2,000 from new cash, by the way, which means if my clients weren't so broke, I would have made $3K this month already. So that's a trite example. Another example is my show rate. Now, a show rate's tiny bit more difficult in my opinion. I don't know, to be honest with you. Might be a delusional thing to say that your show rate's harder to fix than your close rate, but if I got my show rate to 30%, then I would have around, I don't know, like 12 sales calls this month, and that'd be enough to close, you know? So there's levers like that where I don't have to fix everything. If I just fix one thing, that's enough to really like bring the throughput of dollars through to hit some like a way better goal, like literally increase my revenue by like 30% a month, which that's a big percentage per month. It'll cap out, but you get the point. Like at the end of the day, $1,000 a month is like literally nothing. Like that's not even an income, bro. That's like fucking nothing. So to go from 1 to 5K is probably just one bottleneck away, honestly. Like I can still have a dog shit product that I have right now, and I'll still get to like $5,000 a month or even $10,000 a month. Another thing that could really change things for me is my pricing structure, because I just came up with a very simple offer for Kevin, and there's a chance that I might make, you know, $1.5 grand in the beginning of next month, right? Which that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, something as simple as, hey, if you put down $1,500, then I'll take off $300, and then boom, 1.5K. And then even if you gave the discount, you had a way likelier chance of boosting his LTV by that amount. because if you did a prepay, like, or if you did a payment plan, he would have to actually stay and keep paying you multiple times, which it's a better bet to just do the full amount. But you know, like, all these little fucking things, man, like, they can all like really increase the throughput. And the good thing, man, is that most, like, the hard stuff's not even like hard, right? Like, for example, all the overhead I'm paying, like all the subscriptions I'm paying, they're enough. It's enough tool power, whatever you want to call it, bro. It's enough, like, it's enough, I guess, leverage, you could say. I don't know, like, for example, it's enough capacity to take on like 15, 20 clients, bro. So that's the beautiful part, is that the only thing I need to do is like actually just change how I'm doing business, like, and then I'm not gonna have to worry about anything like paying more. No, not really. The only thing might be the product, but like, that's nothing, man. Like, yeah, it feels good, you know, that there's no real big mountains to climb. There is, but there isn't, if that makes sense. Like, it's down to skills and behavior, and that's like a really easy thing to change. So yeah, all right, I'll see you guys later. I'm getting home now. I actually gotta go to the gym. Do I need to, bro? I mean, it's 8:45. It's 8:45. I just don't want to get home late. Do I go to the gym? Honestly, I'm just gonna lift. To be honest, I'm just gonna lift. I'm not gonna walk. Just gonna lift. I think my video is about to end in like 5 minutes because I only uploaded like 20 minutes of journals. So, yeah, I'm excited. So, I mean, practically what I'm done with and what I'm gonna do is I figured out all the numbers, and right now what I need to do is I need to go back through